Hi, welcome to the Keux Vintage Salon. I'm Diablo Rose, and today I'm going to show you how to dye, style and wear your clip-in extensions. For this video I'm using extensions from vpfashion.com, which I'll pop a link in the comment section below. I'm using the 22-inch 220-gram extensions. As you can see, they're really silky, glossy, and they're really thick, so I'd recommend them for a really luxurious full look. As you can see, there's one 8-inch wide weft, one 7-inch wide, two 6-inch wide wefts, and then four 2-inch wide wefts, so you get plenty of hair within this pack. So I pre-mixed my pastel pink colour using Lynsey Directions Rose Red and probably about a whole bottle of conditioner. Now I'm going to move on to the lilac colour, which I'm going to pop in the middle of the extensions for the ombre look using Lynsey Directions Lilac. As you can see, I'm using a fair amount of conditioner just to really pastel that hair dye down a little bit. For the third colour, I'm using again Lynsey Directions Rose Red. I'm using a tiny little bit of rose red as it's really highly pigmented, and then I'm using a little bit of conditioner just to mix that down a little bit so that it kind of blends a little bit better with my ombre colour that I'm going for. So as you can see, I'm starting to apply the pastel pink colour just to the top third of the hair extensions. Basically you want to just really blend that in, make sure you've covered all of the hair entirely. I like to spread the hair out a bit, flip it over, just make sure you've got a great coverage of that hair dye. Because I've mixed it down with conditioner, sometimes it can be a little harder to take when you are dyeing both extensions and normal hair, so just make sure it's all really rubbed in and just completely saturate the hair.
My baby's got angel eyes. Ages, oh ages. Ages, oh ages. Ages, oh ages.
Now I'm applying my lilac mixed colour to the centre of the hair. I'm doing exactly the same thing, making sure I completely saturate the hair with hair dye, and then to blend it all nicely together with the pink we've already applied, I'm basically going to flatten it out and then just mixing those two together. You can see me kind of rub it with my fingers a little bit, and then I'm also taking a bit of that pink just to blend down into the lilac. So just take your time when you're actually blending the colours together, just to make sure you get a really soft, proper graduated ombre look. So to finish up with my ombre look, I'm going to finish off with the diluted rose red colour, and you can see I've just kind of popped that on the tips of the extensions, and then I'm just blending upwards with my brush to make sure it's nicely softly graduated into the lilac that we've put on, and then just move it around with your fingers a little bit and just build up the colour gradually and mix in with both the lilac and the last mixture of rose red that we've done, just to make sure we get a lovely soft graduated look. So I've decided to have a little bit of fun with my four 2-inch wide wefts. So with this one I'm using Lynsey Directions Bright Daffodil and doing the same thing, just making sure we've got an even coverage of hair dye throughout all the levels of extensions. And then I'm going to move on with the other 2-inch wide wefts. I'm going to use turquoise. I'm going to apply it the same way as I did with the other extensions with the pink and lilac mixes in a nice ombre kind of fashion, and I'm using pure turquoise on the end and then turquoise mixed down with conditioner to really blend it all in together. As you can see, it's the same kind of principle, just make sure you spend a little bit of time making sure it's nicely graduated, and then just make sure that hair is really saturated with colour.
Hot, hot, baby.
So I like to style my extensions before I clip them into my hair. I just find it's a little bit easier to do them this way around, but it's entirely up to you. I'm going to do a really simple curl with all of the extensions. I'm using my 1-inch curling iron, rolling up, pinning in place, and letting them cool down so you get a really well-lasting curl. And I'm going to do this throughout the entire set of hair extensions. Before I go ahead and clip the hair in, I'm going to remove all the pin curl clips, and then I'm just going to loosen up those curls with my fingers. So now I'm going to start applying the hair extensions. As you can see, I've sectioned off my first layer of hair. We're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. I've left about ½ an inch or so amount of hair on the first bit. We're going to apply the 6-inch wide weft first. I've backcombed and hairsprayed so that we've got a nice bit of texture for the clip to grip to, and we're going to basically do exactly the same process as we work our way up the back of the head. As you can see, I've taken another section of my own natural hair down, which is about ½ an inch to 1 inch wide, and we're going to apply the 7-inch wide weft to this section of my hair. Taking another section of hair, of my own natural hair, and then I'm going to now apply the 8-inch wide weft. I like to apply this kind of the third layer because it's the widest area of the head between both of your ears basically, so it'll blend really nicely and you won't see the clips as much as if you put it at the top layer. So for the top layer of the hair extensions, I'm going to apply my 6-inch wide weft so that it blends nicely underneath my natural hair, as this is the last piece of extension that's going to go in. So exactly the same process as before. We're going to backcomb a little bit and hairspray so it's got a nice bit of texture for the hair to grip into the clips, and then we're going to start brushing out a little bit and then let the top layer of my natural hair fall over and blend that nicely. So now for a little bit of fun, I'm going to take my remaining 4 2-inch wide wefts that I've done in the bright yellow and the turquoise colours, and I'm just going to have a little play of where these go. Basically, there's not any particular pattern or any particular area that you can put them in. Just see where you feel looks nice, basically. To do when wearing hair extensions is to actually clip my natural hair up at the back as a kind of half updo really. I just think it helps really blend your own natural hair to the hair extensions, particularly if the hair extensions are much longer than your own natural hair, so you don't just have this short layer sitting on top of all the extensions. So what I'm doing is taking a piece of my own hair from each side of my head, and then I'm just popping them into some decorative pin curls at the back. And it just helps blend that out a little bit better and for a more natural kind of look really.
You got 15 seconds and the boogie woogie step from the top. That's 3 times 5 without a single stop. Shake to the left, shake to the right. Come on baby, whet your appetite. 15 seconds to learn this jive on time.
I just thought I'd mention, if you'd like to know how I've done my bumper bangs, which is what I'm wearing in my fringe in this tutorial, I have a separate video for those which I go into more detail about how I've done that, and I also have a separate video on how to tie chiffon and bandana headscarf, so please feel free to watch our other videos on our channel, the Keux Vintage Salon.
Keep on looking into my eyes, oh baby, you're getting the vibe. Who is hiding joy? Got 15 seconds to learn this jive on time. That's 5, 5, 5, keeping to the rhythm and rhyme. 1 to the left, 1 to the right. 15 seconds to take that flight.
So once you're happy with your hair, feel free to give it a little brush out like you've seen me doing. As you can see, I like to actually hold the hair at the base so that I don't pull on the clips too much, and then just brush through as you would your normal hair. It's human hair extensions, so you're absolutely fine to have a little brush through and wear them exactly how soft or how curled that you want to wear them.
You got 15 seconds to learn to do. You got 15 seconds to learn this jive on time. You got 15 seconds to learn this jive on time.
Thank you so much for watching my tutorial on how I've dyed, styled and worn my vpfashion.com hair extensions, and remember to take a look for our channel for any other vintage hair and makeup tutorials. Thank you!